Hello my fellow reefers. Today I want to show you my innovative marine Nuvo 40. It's a 40-gallon all-in-one tank. This is my simple setup. This is an aquarium stand that I made myself out of 2x4s. It's not perfect, but that's the design I was fond of, all white and sleek. Looks like Red Sea Reefer. Here's my lighting. It's two A80 Tuna Castle blue lights. I made this thing myself to be able to mount two castles on one single gooseneck. Basically what this gives, it gives me opportunity to attach from one point instead of two. So I'll have more space here and there, and I can place my reactor or whatever I would like. So it's not going to be obstructing the way and obstructing whatever. Here it is. And it gives me also an opportunity to stretch the lights more towards the center of the aquarium. So the lighting will be right in the center, where I made this pretty simple aquascape. Why it is so? I wanted to have as much water flow as I can get. Since currently I have basic Coralia 450 gallons per hour wave makers. Actually, one is less. I don't remember how much is it, but it's less than this one. This one is 450. Probably later on I'm gonna get Jabo to make some movement. So here it is. What I have here is Tunzi as a skimmer. I run Tunzi 9000 skimmer. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in one of these chambers, so I have to take this one where the overflow is going. And I have Tunzi auto top off system here. Look, it goes all the way here. Here it is, and it lasts for about a week to 10 days for this tank. Also, what I want to say, here's a thermometer. I like to keep the temperature around 80. The salinity is 1.026. I make my own salt. It's, I'll tell you, we'll talk about salt later. Let's focus on the tank now. What I want to tell you guys, one thing that never worked for me great, it's dosing. I never dose this tank anything, calcium or anything. Instead, I do 15 to 20% water change every week. And as you can see, it helps. It does a great job. Montipore digitata is encrusting and growing. Stylophores are doing good. Bird's nest, this one, it was a tiny frag, like the size of a plug. And it's been like 5 to 6 months, and it's already this size. That's my green stylo, that's a purple stylo. That thing actually, unfortunately, was much bigger. I had to frag into two pieces because what happened is when I installed my auto top off, the only coral that started an RTN, actually rapid tissue necrosis, it was this one, which was weird. None of other corals were affected. Even I have acros here, they were doing really good. but this one started to shed off its tissue. I assume sometimes there might be some slight things that affect coral and you don't know what's happening. You know, as you know, STN and RTN can bother even the most experienced reefers. So but I got lucky. I cut it into 2 pieces. I cut the affected parts, steeped them, and they're starting to recover. Sorry, my focus is not good when I zoom in. I had to lock my phone in the position so it won't change the colors and everything. This is the best colors I wanted to show you. I have 2 clownfish, Mocha and if I'm not mistaken, it's Picasso something. These guys are doing great. They're not bonded yet, but I hope they're gonna bond in the future. We'll see. I don't want to have too many fish in this tank since it's gonna make it harder to maintain the water quality. The only thing I test on this tank basically is salinity, temperature. I'm not saying testing is a bad thing, but what I want to say, I mean, you need to test, especially when you have a bigger tank, like 120 gallon, 100 gallon. You need to test and dose because you can't get away only with water changes because it's too much. But what I'm saying is when you have something like this, 40 gallon and less, you pretty much can get away just with water changes. And I'm not new to this hobby. It's been a while I have this tank and it's doing great. So I have some acans, little Zoa Garden, Pellies. They don't look good, but since I had these corals, I just don't want to toss them away. So they're growing in their separate island over there. And yeah. So as I said, I have a skimmer, I have auto top off, castle lights, and everything is running, just very simple setup. So please tell me if you have any questions or anything. I would be happy to answer, or if you would like me to elaborate more on some parts of the tank, what I did, and collection of corals I have. Okay, let me talk about my corals. I have an Acropora. Love this coral. Very hardy, super hardy, I would say. Hardier than that Stylophora. I have, if I'm not mistaken, this acro is Oregon Tort. Blue. That one is Pissy Rainbow. These 2, I don't know the names. Or a green bird's nest, green stylo. So I said purple Stylophora, bubblegum, and forest fire digitatas. Here I have, the color is not perfect here. I did it wrong. Camera doesn't show the colors of this coral. It's Montipora. Okay, I have, what is the name of this one? Dragon Soul Favia. This thing I had for over a year. It's a super slow grower, but it's growing and it's super hardy. There's another Favia, green one. There's a mushroom, GSP. This thing was this tiny plug, and now it took over the whole rock. I isolated it on its own island so it won't spread all over the tank, because once it touches the rock, it goes up there, you never can stop it. This thing is beautiful, I love it, and it's super hardy. It will overgrow anything, just make sure to isolate it. Okay, another, these are Blondies, Sunny D's. Yeah, so here it is. Let me show you from the distance. Okay, here it is. All right, guys, take care. Bye.